¿O crees que debo de mover esta luz para este lado? Because of sunlight? Okay, so you think I should move that light over here? Okay, let me move it. Perry, text me about the audio. Ahora, ¿cómo se ve? ¿Mejor? How does it look? Better? Better? Okay. Okay, so they're telling me that the audio's a little low here, so how's the audio for you guys? You all okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, Perry, I'm just gonna raise it up from my camera.
Mic check, testing. Marcelo, you checking your audio, bro? I don't want to know this later, babe. No audio, bro. Mic check, testing. Mic check. Univision, mic check. School district, mic check, testing. How's that, brother? Good. Channel 11, he's gone.
really digging in if you need it.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Oh, please, really.
That was great.
Good job, Maestro. Great job, y'all.
That woke me up.
Happy first day, everybody.
Wow.
You don't like mine? Oh, I love it. You know I do. The principal at Burris gave us some. She's a fantastic person. She does. She's a fantastic person.
Take her back. That's good.
We're going to take her out. We're going to go. Morning, family. Right?
Brings it up in your spirit.
Right. She's been here for years. She's been a teacher for a total of
Got it.
You're okay.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't have those.
Okay.
I used to have a bunch of dogs. And just like them. So, newly married, we just celebrated our 4-year anniversary. So still in the newlywed Oh, okay.
40 plus we had our.
That's what I keep telling my husband. I say,
Oh, wow.
we're gonna be old grand parents age.
So we had, it's okay. We had his brother Leon, and we discovered. Good morning.
Morning.
With the characters, we discovered what about Leon, the older brother? What did he do to poor Ramon? Was he nice to Ramon? No. What happened? Tell me. Okay, he's with his brother. His brother wasn't nice to him. But who helped out Ramon?
His sister.
What was his sister's name? Can we put our thinking cap on? Can we remember what her name was? Let's think. Turn and talk to your partner. What was his sister's name? Do you remember what her name was? His sister's name? What was the name? Oh no. What did you turn and talk to your partner? Did you tell me what the name was of the sister we started? You remember?
If you remember, I want you to tell me too, okay?
That's your mama.
I'm gonna go ask this group over here and see if they
And
remember. If
3,
they remember, I'll let you
and
know.
2,
I'll be right
and
back.
1. Do we remember her name? What did he tell you? Remember her name was Marisol.
I know. But I have to take a guess.
Marisol.
Maybe her name is
I said Alina.
You said Alina? I'm just taking a guess because I don't really know.
What did Marisol do for Ramon? What about the on the walls, exactly. And what did she call those drawings? Do we remember what she called the drawings?
No,
What did she call?
I don't remember either.
Ish. Awesome. She called them Ish. They were Ish drawings. Why were they Ish drawings? Do we remember? Because they were what? Yeah, drawings, but were they kind of the drawing or not quite? What were they? It was Ish. It's okay if you don't remember. But Marisol helped Ramon because the older brother did what to him? Made him what? Made him mad, exactly. He made him mad. And so Marisol helped the older brother by what? What did she do?
Help them with the drawings.
Helped him with his drawings. Where did she put the drawings?
On the wall.
On the wall. Awesome. On the wall. She loved her brother, didn't she?
Yeah.
Yes. She helped him out because of what? Because he was what? He was mad. Exactly. He helped him out because he was mad. Awesome. Ready? Hands on top? Awesome. We are ready because hands are on top. We are focused. Ready to go.
So when I come back next time,
Oh, I got you.
Now was superstar. I found just what I needed. And all night I did super things. Now I want everyone to put on their thinking caps. Let's put our thinking cap on. And I want you to think of what is something super that you can do. Because everyone in this room is very super. So let's put on our thinking caps. When you are ready, if you're a girl, you're gonna do like this. If you're a boy, you're gonna do like this. Okay. Ooh, I love the way Brooklyn is ready. Ooh, look at JD. Ooh, I love the way my friends is ready. Now, you're going to turn and talk to a friend and tell them something super that you can do. Demetria, go ahead, let's join them.
I can do is help my mom because sometimes
what are you saying?
she needs help and sometimes it's time for us to clean up. So
Demetria,
I clean up. And then when my mom to help my mom when she needs help because sometimes I can feel better because I could help her push something, lift something up, or even help her vacuum.
Oh, wow. Layla, what is something super that you can do? Just like the super kid. And I'm going to say one more.
What I can do is lift stuff and confidence to help me.
Okay. So, as we read this story, remember we was reading with a purpose. Remember we said authors.
Purpose.
Authors. When I say author, you say
Purpose.
I say purpose, you say
Authors.
authors.
Purpose.
Purpose.
Authors.
But remember when the author reads, he wants pie. Everyone say pie.
Pie.
But does the author want you to read? I want you to eat all of the pie? No. How many slices? One slice. So I want you to think about what we read earlier. We said that the author reads for a purpose, right? So as we read the story, I want you to think about it. Author purpose, he has 3 reasons. P is for I is for
Entertain.
inform. Good job. E is for but think about what slice it was. Think about it.
I'm hard tired. I need that coffee, bro.
So you can sit. Yeah, you can sit anywhere on this side or this side.
You all come and sit up here. Come and sit up here. Yes, these chairs are for y'all.
Yes.
Good morning, everyone. I am Principal Nicole Williams, and I would like to welcome you all to Burris Fine Arts Elementary, or as we like to call it, welcome to the Hive. I want to welcome back our staff and our students, and I'm beyond excited about this school year as we embark on a new school year with many opportunities and possibilities for each of our scholars. Before I introduce our next speaker, I'd like to highlight some of the amazing things that are happening this year on campus. This year, we are revitalizing our magnet program, and we're planning several community events to showcase our scholars' talents. Parents and community members, be on the lookout for those important announcements in the weeks to come. For the 2022-2023 school year, our theme is Game On, leveling up with a sense of urgency. Game on. Over the summer, our faculty and staff got together to engage in some important professional development opportunities, and we're energized and enthusiastic about the potential to impact our scholars' learning and achievement. Thank you so much for being here this morning, and at this time, I'd like to welcome our next guest, Superintendent House, to the Hive. Thank you so much for your leadership and guidance as we level up into the new school year.
Well, good morning. I'd like to do something real quick. Along with my two trustees, of course, we are in Kathy Bluford Daniels' area, but I'd like to have my trustees and all of my community members come join me up front. This is what this is all about. It's about a first day of school and us really coming together as a community to ensure that we have the best start, not only for the Hive, but for all HISD students and families. Again, good morning. I'm Superintendent Millard House, and it's my pleasure to join you as we kick off another successful school year. I want to thank all of you for being here this morning. As I indicated before, Trustee Bluford Daniels, your district, it's always great to be in your district, and thank you, Principal Williams, for your warm welcome as well, and for allowing me to not only bring this press conference here, but for gathering here at Burroughs Elementary. First and foremost, just a simple welcome back. We're excited to have our kids back in our buildings, in our hallways, in the arm's reach of our teachers. The Houston Independent School District, of course, turns 100 years old, and a lot of people don't realize that we turn 100 years old this year. And since its founding in 1923, HISD has evolved into a cultivating and talented, focused administration to ensure that we do what's best for our youth. As HISD celebrates its past with a variety of events aimed to recognize individuals, groups, and one of those individuals who provided an idea is actually joining us right now. I got a phone call from Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, probably about 6 months ago, and she said, Superintendent, I think you should do something to recognize some of the graduates in HISD. We have some, do you remember this conversation? So we're getting ready to start this celebration as we, so this 100 years, we chose to wait until now to really start these celebrations and really highlighting many of the individuals in our school district. So we're excited to be a part of the future and also celebrate the past at the same time. Now today we're gathered at Burroughs Elementary and located, of course, in the historic Independence Heights community. Now for those of you that didn't know that Independence Heights is the first Texas municipality founded by African Americans for nearly 100 years ago. Burroughs has been a place where generations of Independence Heights residents have gotten together and gathered on a consistent basis. We're also grateful for the Independence Heights Ministerial Alliance. Let's give it up for them, led by Pastor Billy Williams, who joins us here today, a community advocate that is always up for the task. Now, Consuelo Whipple, Executive Director of CompuDot, and Kayla Hand are here as well. These individuals, where are they? These individuals, we need to understand this and know this. They have stepped forward to ensure that every third, fourth, and fifth grader has their own computer. And we're extremely, extremely grateful for that. Now, of course, my mission as superintendent is of this incredible district is to ensure that each one of our students has exactly what they need to be successful. We also want to ensure that they grow, they maintain whatever's necessary for them to be the lifelong learners and ensure that the growth of their intellectual, emotional, and social well-being is A1. We do this, and we have done this over the course of the last year. by creating equitable environments to ensure that our kids grow. This is one of the core commitments in our five-year strategic plan. Now, we must ensure that each campus has the right resources and support, such as counseling, nursing, college and career advising, athletics, fine arts, advanced classes, as well as specialized curriculum, as well as the library. I met a librarian this morning, and it was a sight for sore eyes to see this stocked library with the librarian in it, and we're very excited about what that is and what it will be for our students. It's also important to have books at home. As a student growing up, I can remember my mother reading to me, even when I didn't want to be read to. But those are the kinds of things that make a major difference for our students. And it's our goal and our promise that every family within HISD's community will have a confidence, have the necessary confidence for their child to have the co-curricular and the extracurricular activities to ensure that they are important and understand that we will provide whatever it is that they need. Thank you for the ongoing support of all of our community members behind me. At this time, I want to briefly talk about some of the exceptionally good news that the HISD district received this past week. Now, HISD earned a solid B+ during the state accountability data. It's at 88%, signaling that our students can achieve academic success and exceed the expectations despite the challenges of the global pandemic. Now, 94% of our schools earned an A, B, or C. Again, that's 94% of our schools. And several of our consistently underperforming schools came out of that underperforming passing for the first time in quite some time. Students, parents, teachers, you should be proud. This is a feat that we're very excited about, and we should celebrate. Now, while we're celebrating, it's also important that we be reminded there's still a lot of work ahead. We want to continue this momentum, continue this progress to ensure that we become the best school district in the state of Texas and the best school district in these United States of America. I look forward to celebrating with each of you. Also, I want to just give a generous thank you to one of our partners who is Book Between Kids. Let's give them a big hand for providing the support that they do. Every student in pre-K through second grade will be able to take home those books I talked about earlier and make their own home library. Our sincere thanks to Books Between Kids. With that being said, I'm going to allow our Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee to make a few comments.
Superintendent House, you've given me great joy to be able to be at a 100-year-old school with such beautiful bright colors and a wonderful new principal, Ms. Williams, thanking you for your leadership, and then the array of stellar and outstanding partners that you have been so keen to generate. They obviously see your leadership, and they are now clinging and moving forward to say, send me. That's right. That's what education is about. I want to acknowledge, of course, our trustees who have been part of the celebratory news, and that is, if I might say, there are no throwaway children. Let us honor Trustee Baker. We appreciate. Let us honor, of course, Trustee Kathy Bluford Daniels. And all of the board. This morning I was with Trustee Santos at Marshall Middle School. Looks like they're everywhere. But I think the point that I want to make, and thank you to Tanya DuBose, who is a champion of course, Independence Heights, that I proudly represent in the United States Congress. And then what can I say about the array and the stellar leadership of pastors, each and every one. I know that the superintendent will call on one to be able to adequately speak, but we have moderator Bishop who is here, Dixon, and so many others, Nixon and others who are here, Roberts, and I know that I'll get in trouble for not naming all of them, but they are the anchor of our community. I just want to say these words. It was stupendous that this school district understands learning and security. Because you can be assured that as parents are bringing these precious babies here in this bright, beautiful building, because they are loving parents, they cannot help but think of something that parents 20 years ago did not have to think of. With the innovativeness of the superintendent and the school board, they already moved forward on an infrastructure that is going to not only ensure the healthy, positive learning atmosphere, but also to secure our babies. I take it very seriously. And I want to say to the superintendent, I expect for you to draw down on those dollars that we have for you in the Safe Communities Act.
That's right.
I will be front and center in getting those additional dollars. $300 million you will be able to draw down on. And so the landscape of security, elementary, middle, and of course, high school. I want to say this to the parents. We passed this legislation just in time for our superintendents with the big districts and the rural districts to be able to be secure.
Yes, yes.
We're not ashamed of acknowledging that we are in a different time, but our children are the same bright, eager leaders that might have been in this school as freed slaves 100 years ago. This is a diverse school. And I was glad to be in Mrs. Sturgill's class, 2nd grade. And so I finished on this story as I introduced myself. And I asked, well, what is the United States Congress? This is the 2nd grade. And then one little one said, the Congress is to fight for justice.
Wow.
Oh, you know what my heart is.
You know it.
And others were competing to name the present president. They knew the name, Biden, 2nd grade. I said, name another president that was diverse. I used a little different description. Obama. They knew the names, 2nd grade. And then one little one said, I'm eager to learn new things. 2nd grade. And I want to be a lawyer. I melted then. I melted. I'm a lawyer. I melted then. I wanted to take him, Bishop, right out of the class, put him in college right now. I say this because I want TEA to hear me clearly. And next time you have a problem with HISD, come talk to the superintendent.
That's right.
Talk to the board members. Talk to the teachers and let them fix it. Because I realized a law existed. I'm going to finish. It was a law that I had challenges with, still do. But I wrote and talked and told them, I understand the law. I'm a lawyer, but I don't understand waivers, pauses, suspension, so that you can let the educators work. Let the children work. And what you have seen, B+, and some grades higher across, you can imagine the excitement that we have. So, Superintendent, forgive me for a little bit more excitement than I might have normally exercised, but this is a very important day and a very important step. And you've got in these classes, Ms. Williams, those visionaries that are doing nothing but soaring. We're going to help them do that. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
This time, and I don't have the order in front of me, Max, are you somewhere close? Pastor Williams will ask you to come on up and join us.
Good morning. So, thank you to Superintendent House, to Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee, to our principal, Ms. Williams, to all of the faculty and to the students for allowing us to be here this morning. The Independence Heights Greater Houston Baptist Pastors and Ministers Alliance want to say this to you. leveling up with the sense of urgency may be sentiments that many of you just heard, but they are sentiments that have been put into motion by our principal, Principal Williams. She started working on preparing for this day early on. I believe that when we start right, we always finish right. Now, in my closing, I say to you, parents, to Principal Williams, to the teachers, to the students, game on.
All right, Dr. Billy.
Very good.
And Tedgel, if you don't mind, Trustee Bluford Daniels.
Thank you, and thank you to this illustrious team. I mean, look at this team. How much better can it get? Thank you to our Congresswoman and our Independence Heights coordinator. We do nothing without her. She will let you know this was the first community. Thank you to all the pastors, Dr. Billy Williams. Thank you to the trustee. And Marty, see, Tanya is the person who does the homework. Marty is the strong arm. So let me just say, this is going to be a great year. We're happy to work with Miss Principal Williams. Don't move to the back. Step to the front. We need you on the front, leading the charge, drum major. So thank you all for being here, and this is going to be an excellent year as we move forward and continue the march. Thank you all.
Wonderful. And our last speaker for today is Tanya DeBose. I'd like for you to have a few comments, if you don't mind.
Absolutely. Miss Independence Heights.
All right. That's right.
Thank you so much to our Congresswoman, to our superintendent, and to all of the ministers that are here. This day is very special for a number of reasons. Number one, my grandmother, my mother, my aunts, cousins, and uncles all graced these halls here at this school many, many years ago, and my own son also went to this school. So I am rooted in this school. To see it still thriving some hundreds of years later is so very important. And to see this district that was under so much attack come out and have the grade level that it has, it is an honor to see that happen this morning. Lastly, I'll say this. We are here. You see the ministers here with the Independence Heights Ministerial Alliance. I don't make a move without them. Our super neighborhood former president, Natasha Johnson, as well as Marty Page, who is now our super neighborhood president. No kid in this community gets to walk around and not have the things that they need. And so it's important for us to make sure that we're here walking with Principal Williams and making sure that things go forward. Today is a great day, and for our young scholars here at Burris Elementary School, game on.
Game on. Game on.
So at this time, that concludes our press conference, but before we go, we'd be glad to take a few questions if there are any from the press.
Superintendent House, we've covered issues in other districts that have started back. Bus drivers, I know, still needed throughout the year, for that matter. What's your advice to families in the first week and 2 weeks when it comes to buses and they think everything should be perfect from day one? And also, if you could talk about, how route adjustments and things like that are helping with the situation.
This is my 28th year in public education. There hasn't been a year since I've been in education that there hasn't been a tough week one from an operational standpoint. So I think from a parent standpoint, even I this morning decided that we wanted to give the district and HISD a moment because we knew the first week was going to be tough in terms of busing. I took my own child to school this morning. My wife took my daughter and I took my son. So we know that the transportation, people are requesting transportation, some at the last minute, some ahead of time, but it causes us to have to move forward and make those adjustments. We are making those adjustments, and we look forward to getting better day by day by day.
And when it comes to employment struggles, where it be transportation or in the classroom, is that still a constant kind of thing?
It is. Public education has definitely taken a hit in terms of the number of teachers that are available, certified teachers that are available to do the job, not only from a transportation standpoint, but from a certified standpoint in terms of classroom teachers. We were pleased to be able to start today over 95% completed in terms of the number of teachers that we have in our classrooms. Those 5% of our classrooms that do not have a certified teacher, we're continuously hiring. We'll be hiring today and every day, continuing the interviewing process in our talent office. We also have put together a cadre, a strong group of talented professionals in our substitute office. On top of that, Hattie Mae has put together a pool of individuals from our district office that can volunteer to come out to schools and teach as well. So we're doing everything possible to ensure that the first day and every day is the kind of day that we want to see here at Burroughs Elementary, and that we have that theme moving through the district of Game On.
We've talked about incentives for various employees. Do you foresee that continuing in years to come as the nation struggles with?
I think what we will do is study the results of what these incentives are doing or not doing. What, of course, we don't want to do is ensure that we continue something that's not working. But if we know that it is working, we want to continue it and build on it. So we'll continue to study it, take a close look at the whys in reference to what caused individuals to come back. We know that 83% of the teachers that were in HISD stayed on this past year. And we want to ensure that we find out exactly why was it that they stayed on. I think our compensation package made a major difference, which are, of course, our first-year teachers are coming in at $61,500, which is one of the highest in the region. So those kind of things we want to study. We know our teachers and administrators deserve the compensation that we've been able to provide in this compensation package, and we want to ensure that whatever it takes to get certified teachers here, we get that kind of support so that they can be here ready to roll.
Congresswoman, I may have misheard. You attended here?
No, adopted. Been coming here for a long time. Game on. Yeah.
Thank you all for
Give me 10 seconds.
Absolutely.
10 seconds. 10 seconds. I have enough confidence in what I'm seeing in the landscape of education that we are inviting the Secretary of Education to come and tour our schools. And so we're waiting on that date. But we want him here in the early weeks. I spoke to him about how should I say it, some discussions that were going on at the board, but I discussed with him as well the great news from TEA. And we worked with the U.S. Department of Transportation previously when the announcement came from TEA and secured their interests as it relates to HISD. It is one of the nationally known school districts because it's one of the largest school districts in the nation. So I think that is something that reinforces the work that all of these pastors and community leaders and the principal's elevation to excellence says. And the last thing I do want to mention as I was standing here, I think the group that's standing here will know Brian Courtney Wilson. He sent me a text with a new song. So I'm just going to say it publicly and I will not sing it, but everyone look to their media. It should be out and about. Always Peace. And so it was just so timely. And this is a new song that Brian Courtney Wilson, our own Brian Courtney Wilson, a native Houstonian and a renowned gospel singer, sent to me. And I want for this community, for you, for the educators, for the students to game on, but I want always peace.
Always peace, amen.
Thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Congresswoman.
He said
Game on. Yeah.
Game on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's the message right here, Martin. Pray and say it over our babies, and students, and their parents. Here it is.
It'd be a nice thing to play that at church for our preach. Always peace.